Okay, today I'm going to show you how I cut my canvas. So I use this cutting board and I'm going to make the painting is going to be 24 by 18, which is the size of this mat. So I'm going to measure 5 inches more on each side of the mat. And then I'm also going to mark it. I'm going to use a China marker. Okay, so I got these two sides done, the front here and the side. So I'm gonna just outline those two sides. And I do this on the white side because I'm framing where I need to stop with my art. And then I'm just going to use this as I'm going to do this side here, this side, and then I'm just going to move it over so I can cut it better. It's roughly about 5 inches. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut that and I'll show that to you. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You see there's an outline here, which is 18 by 24, so I know where to stop with my painting. I'm also going to put a masking tape right here to mark the line, so if I paint over I just get a little bit of masking tape. And then I'd either can tack this up here on the wall, which I don't have enough wall space. I have to tack it over there on my homemade little space for my painting. So don't do what I did the first time. I have been making mistakes up until now, and to my coach, one of my coaches told me how to do this right. I painted one of my favorite paintings on this side and it wasn't primed. So and then it got wet, and when it gets wet it gets wrinkled and it doesn't unwrinkle. So you have to be careful about that. That's the experience I had anyway. I sprayed it to do acrylics and it crinkled up, but that might be because I sprayed on this side and it wasn't primered, so that probably makes a big difference. So anyway, what I do is I make sure it's on the white side, which is the primer side, and then even this little edging I count as 5 inches, and I was only doing like an inch, but that's not good enough to give them options for the people who receive the art. So that's how I do it now. Then what I do is I roll it. Well, I go outside and I spray paint it with all of my different colors to do the background I want to do, and then I let it dry, and it dries in about 10 minutes or even less. And then I roll it, and then I put it in a tube. By the way, don't wear your good clothing when you paint, because if you do, this is what's happened. That's what happens. Okay, then I take one of my tubes here. This is a sending tube that I send my art in, and I just take the lid off and put it in here and store it until I'm ready to use that particular canvas, or I just store it in there until I'm ready to even begin a canvas. And then with my smaller ones, all like the leftover pieces I make into smaller canvases, and I just put them in a paper towel roll and store them. And that's one of the things that I like about canvases. I absolutely love the texture of the canvas. I love the fact that I can, you know, go like this, and I can fold it, and just the way the texture is and the way it feels. I really like it. And I live in a bus. As you can see, that's a bus window there. I live in a bus, and in October, for at least a year, I'll be living in a sailboat, our 30-foot sailboat called Allure, which we will be sailing around the United States. So I could not use canvas because of I could not use, this is rolled canvas. This is the only thing I use, and sometimes paper. But I couldn't use all the other forms of art canvases because I would have no space and the weight it would put on. So this is the best method for me, and I'm really excited. I really love it. And the last canvas thing that I just completed is this lion right here. I actually work on it a little bit. I'm in art school. I work on it a little bit. And then my coaches tell me what to do to make it better. And so I was just working on giving it some texture and depth and some structure, especially on its face. So that's 24 by 18. And as soon as I get a bigger table in here and switch things around, I'll be able to do up to 35 by 35 paintings. So I'm really excited about that. So anyway, hopefully that helps you, and I'll share more later on.